A quicker, portable way of testing for COVID-19 could be available soon. A test kit developed by a local company can identify some positive results in just 5 minutes. Well, the test had been trialed in 2 different venues involving some 200 people and is now pending approval from the Health Sciences Authority.
Faster, cheaper and as accurate as a PCR test, the gold standard of COVID-19 testing. Developed by Singapore medical technology company CellID, the test uses a pocket-sized biochip to contain the nasal swab specimen. It's then plugged into a laptop to run a test. Up to 150 tests can be carried out at the same time. Some positive results get confirmed in as quickly as 5 minutes and negative ones within an hour.
The fastest we can detect for a positive sample is 5 minutes. Why do we need to run all the way to, within an hour for a negative? We want to make sure that the patient, the first run for the first couple of minutes or 20, 25, 30 minutes, to make sure they are not false negative. Therefore, we continue to run it over 50 minutes to make sure it is a true negative.
While this method is faster than antigen rapid tests, it doesn't decrease in accuracy. CellID says its sensitivity and specificity levels are comparable to conventional PCR tests, which means it is equally as effective at picking up infections accurately and getting less false positives. The test will also be much cheaper as it doesn't require lab equipment nor space. The biochip was tested at the S11 dormitory and the Expo Community Care Facility earlier this year in collaboration with Sengkang General Hospital and Woodlands Health Campus. Out of 215 people who were tested, 27 positive cases were detected. According to the developer, the first result came back positive within 7 minutes. But while recognizing the test's significance, one expert says it still requires further studies.
So it's good that tests like this are being developed, but we also need to have a note of caution, because it's one thing to look at provisional results and get very excited, but really it still has to be validated. You need proper studies, proper comparisons.
He added that when it comes to different types of testing, there isn't a one-size-fits-all.
Every type of test has got a different role, whether it's PCR, and in this case, maybe a more efficient way of running a PCR. It depends on what piece of information you're trying to find out. So if someone has COVID, you might want to test those around him for antibodies to see if they've had it, perhaps even had it recently.
Singapore's health authorities have recently ramped up community testing. Starting January, a pilot for nightclubs to reopen will require people to get tested for COVID-19 before they're allowed to enter the premises.